Hey YouTube, what's up? So I was reading the other day that there's this throuple in Colombia that got officially married.
As close as you possibly could get as a throuple.
Legally considered together by whatever laws that they have there. And it got me thinking, I was like, wow, this is really cool. And I remember I was on the subway and I showed it to you and you're like, you like nodded in agreement. So was this the first time that that's ever happened?
I did a bit more research and apparently there have been other throuple marriages, but I don't think any of them have been legal in the same sense that the Colombian one is. There were a group of 3 men who got married in Thailand. There were 3 women who got married in Massachusetts. But I think this is the first time in the world that it's been official by law in that country.
So that's like pretty groundbreaking, right?
Yeah. I think that is groundbreaking, especially considering the fact that same-sex marriage in itself is such a relatively new idea that most of the world still doesn't see as a legal right. To go from that to legalizing the idea of 3 people being married, that's a big step.
And it's like polygamy sort of in a way, but at the same time, like it's not one person with many partners, it's kind of all of these partners who are equally invested in each other. Not like I'm in a relationship with you and you separately, which I think is like really cool. First of all, because it's so hard to find one person that you have that connection with. Imagine finding 2 people that not only you have a connection with, but they also have that connection with each other. Oh my God. It sounds impossible. But I think the concept in general of just like non-traditional unions is something that's like, I think it should be celebrated. It kind of made me think like the same way that people react to same-sex marriages maybe 10 years ago, 20 years ago, maybe like this is like the next version of that.
So do you think this is our next step in the path to securing human rights? The idea of a polygamous marriage being legal under the eyes of the law, throuples being a thing that everyone accepts. Is that the next step, or is that one of many steps?
I don't know if it's like the next step priority-wise. I think it's just like one of the things that we're gonna be like working towards. Who are we to doubt someone else's love, right? Isn't that kind of the same thing that a lot of like closed-minded straight people do?
I think it's a beautiful concept, and like you said, if you're able to find more than one person that you love, why not celebrate and embrace that?
To be clear, we are not making this video because there's someone else we're considering bringing into this.
We don't have a big announcement or anything like that.
I just think it's a really interesting concept to discuss, and
we have friends who are in throuples as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it's actually I wouldn't say common, but it's something that I've encountered more often than I would have expected living in New York. I know people who are in gay throuples, I know people who are in bisexual throuples, like
right.
I have a friend who is a female who was dating 2 men. So it's definitely a conversation that seems to be being had more and more often, and something that people are opening their minds to.
I think it's closed-minded to think that this type of thing can't exist, especially when there are so many different sexualities out there, so many different genders out there. I think it's totally natural that you can have feelings for more than one person. Because after all, like biologically speaking, humans aren't really meant to have just one partner.
At the same time though, do you think it's something that needs to be legalized?
I don't know, like if you get married then do both your partners get your benefits, or like...
I mean, if it's legal then they're both your partners.
But I don't know if the law has like prepared us for that yet, you know? I don't think they were like making the laws being like, okay, but what if there's 3 people in this relationship?
I think you're right in the sense that it's not a top priority, but I do think it's something to work towards.
So what are your thoughts on throuples, or even beyond that, like...
quadruples?
Quapples.
Quintuples?
Quapples just sounds like a cute couple.
A quapple?
Oh, look at that quapple.
Oh, that is such a cute quapple. Are we a cute quapple?
A quapple. Like a Boston accent, like, oh, look at that quapple. Oh, that quapple over there.
You sound like my parents. Let us know what you guys think about the concept of throuples in the comments below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you haven't yet, click that subscribe button. We'll be in your inbox every single week.
If you want to be in a throuple with us, follow us on Twitter and...
Instagram too.
And
more
Instagram.
likely to get noticed on Instagram.
You know what? Be safe.
All
the
social media.
Send us a postcard.
We're open-minded. We're open-minded Beep.
Thanks so much for watching. I'm Beep.
I'm Beep.
We are 2 Beeps.
Peacing out. Beeps out. I think it's a little too close.
So I was reading the other day that this throuple in... Where is it? Colombia?
Colombia.
Yes.
That's what I was going to say. Is this the next human rights hurdle that we're about to overcome?
One moment, please.
And if you haven't yet, click that subscribe. Should like this for a throuple.
Threeps out. I'm Beep.
Oh, we're doing it?
Yeah, that's it. I'm Beep.
I'm Beep.
And this is the 3rd mystery Beep.
Ooh, who's gonna fill this slot?
Threeps. Threeping out.
Threeping out. Threeps out.
Beeps out.
Threeps.
Peacing.
We sound like creeps.
You got it.
Dad joke.